What I'm trying to say, Miss McCurdy, is that your sister was probably shot in cold blood. Maybe even while she was still asleep.
Asleep?
Who would do such a thing?
Jess, you don't even have to talk to him.
Miss McCurdy, there's just one thing I want to know about your sister. Now, she was wearing white socks, knee-highs. And her secretary told me that she wore those socks when she wore slacks. Is that true?
Our secretary was probably right. What of it?
Did she wear slacks often?
No.
When did she wear them?
Well, when she was hanging around the house and when she wanted to be comfortable.
Would she wear slacks when she was traveling on a plane?
Teresa always wore slacks when she traveled on a plane.
Well, that's it. I know who did it.
What the hell are you talking about?
You, Mr. Jennings. I guess what you figured was you could be headed back to Palm Springs and beat the early morning traffic before it hit the freeways. You could be down there playing tennis before 9 o'clock and nobody would even know that you'd been gone.
You're out of your mind. I didn't even go through Los Angeles until 6:25 a.m., remember? And then I made a phone call to Helen and left a message.
Sure, on an answering service that you knew was going to record the time. And you had to shout. Because you said you could hear all that honking from the trucks on the freeway. Well, we got the sound lab working on that, and you know what they think caused all that racket? Crows.
Crows?
You know, those birds. Like the ones we disturbed when we were out with those cable guys.
I didn't even arrive at Teresa's house until 7 o'clock. Those guys had already left.
I know, sir. You were already there before they arrived. You had already killed her. And then when the cable guys came, you were trapped. You couldn't drive away without being seen, so you had to sit there and wait. Now you can't get to Palm Springs early enough because you can't beat the early morning traffic.
Wayne.
Well, he's making it up. Every word of it. Just relax.
So now, Mr. Jennings, you do just like a juggler does. You drop one plan and you grab another. When the cable truck leaves, you kill her with a different gun, knowing that if you ever got caught, you could always confess. And nobody would ever suspect that you killed Miss Gorin, not once, but twice.
Oh, my God.
That's a lie. There's no way you can prove a word of that.
I'm sorry, sir, but that's the way it happened, and I can prove every bit of it. Because I was just at the morgue, and I made a discovery. Your sister didn't even dress herself.
Didn't what?
She didn't dress herself. Whoever shot her dressed her. And that person had to be close to her. Close enough to know that she would be getting on a plane and she would be wearing slacks.
Well, Mavis knew, Lieutenant. And I knew.
Oh, it couldn't have been a woman. Because that person made a big mistake, and it was the kind of mistake that only a man would make.
You're crazy.
Shut up. What possible mistake?
Here, I'll show you.
All right.
This is how we found her. In her underwear and bathrobe with her right side sort of exposed.
Yes, I've seen that.
But do you see that little speck on her right hip?
Just barely.
And that's been bothering me for 2 days. It just didn't seem right.
Give me that.
But it's very small, so I had it blown up. Now you can tell what it really is.
Well, it's just a label sticking out from under a waistband.
A label. How ridiculous can you get?
Well, Mr. Jennings, I guess nobody knows everything about a woman, not even you.
Let me see that again. You bastard! I will kill you! I will kill you! I will kill you! You killed her!
All right, book him. Suspicion of murder. Ma'am. Your maid is here. She's waiting outside. We'll drive you home in one of our cars.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
Columbo, I don't understand. What the hell is wrong with this damn picture?
Well, here, let me show you on these panties. Hold this up a minute. Oh, well, this is Vanity Fair, but the label is on the left side. That's where they usually are. American-made panties always used to be on the left. My wife told me that. But Mrs. Gorin's panties were maiden form. I saw them in the drawer. That's what my wife wears. And maiden-form panties are always on the left. The panties I just saw in the morgue, left side. But in the photograph there of the body, that label was on the right side. So how did the label get from over here all the way around to over there? Well, there's only one answer. The panties were put on backwards. And you don't think she would do a thing like that herself, do you?
Just one more thing.